Hey, what's up, bae? OPERATIONiDROID here, and in this video, I'm going to be showcasing what, in my opinion, is the best emulator being developed for Apple products at this moment in time. Provenance, developed by James Addiman, aka Jazzarain, is not your average emulator that only emulates one console. No, Provenance emulates Sega Genesis, Game Gear, Sega CD, SNES, NES, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. Now, that's a mouthful. Provenance is available for jailbroken and non-jailbroken devices and recently received a huge update with tons of new features, and that allows it to be played on the new Apple TV coming out soon. With all that being said, I hope you all are excited to learn all about this amazing emulator, including its new updates and its upcoming non-jailbroken release on iEmulators. If so, make sure to hit that like button as it's greatly appreciated. Now, without any further ado, let's head into the showcase. For those that have never seen Provenance, this is what the application looks like, and upon opening it, you'll notice that the ROMs are organized by their console and given box art automatically if titled correctly, which makes for a great UI. You can play your ROMs by simply tapping on them, and it'll be in landscape, which isn't new to this Provenance update. But what is new is the ability to play in portrait, which may have been one of the most requested features in Provenance, as previously you could only play in landscape, which makes for some great diversity. Another new feature is the ability to wirelessly add ROMs via a web server on your computer. To do this, simply click on the plus sign at the top right hand corner and follow the instructions of the pop-up on your computer. Once arriving at the designated site on your computer, you can add ROMs by clicking on the ROMs folder and uploading your ROM. You can also do this with .sav files of your saved files from GBA for iOS, for example. Once the upload is complete, you'll see the ROM appear on your iOS device, and you can enjoy it just as if it was any other ROM you downloaded directly from your iOS device. Another new feature exclusive to the iPhone 6s is the ability to launch past games by using Force Touch, which makes for an awesome shortcut to playing your favorite games on Provenance. Besides these new features, you still have your menu, which gives you access to editing the controls, although unfortunately you can only edit the D-pad and button layout, and of course you can choose to save the controls however you'd like or reset it to their original positions. In the menu, you also have the option to save states, and upon hitting the save state, you'll have one of 5 slots to save your state, which is a pretty good selection. And of course, for those that don't know what a save state is, it basically allows you to save your game wherever so that when you load the state, it'll take you exactly back to where you saved the state. Besides that, you can also reset your game or return to the library. In this case, I'm just going to return to the library. From the actual main menu of Provenance, you can search through your ROMs by clicking on search, just in case you want to get to a ROM quickly and you have a lot of ROMs, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. Now, besides this search functionality, you can also head to the main settings of Provenance by clicking on the gear at the top left. Here, you have the option for an autosave to occur every time you exit from a game, and you can launch those autosaves automatically if you have autosaves automatic. As you can see here, right when I click on the game, it takes me right to where the last autosave was. And of course, you can also load your autosave by going to load state, and the autosave will be there. Now, besides that, heading back into the settings, we're going to take a look at the rest of the stuff that we have here. You can also disable auto lock if you have auto lock on your phone and you don't want it to occur while you're playing your games. You also have vibrate on button press so that you can get a haptic feedback while playing your favorite games. And of course, you have controller settings if you'd like to play with 2 players locally on the same device. So player 1 would be either a made for iPhone controller or the supported iCade controllers that you see here. So you would need to have 2 external controllers that are made for iPhone or the iCade controllers that you see here. You can also mess with the controller opacity, which allows you to see the controllers better and edit their transparency. As you can see, the buttons are now more visible on the screen as opposed to what they were before when I had it at the 20%. Heading back to the settings, I'm going to show you just a couple more things, and that is that the import and export ROMs and saves, of course, is just like pressing the plus button at the main menu. and you can refresh your game library, which allows you to get all the artworks for the ROMs that you have. But as you can see by reading the warning, this does take some time, which I would not recommend. Heading to the main menu, we're going to take a look at how you can edit the ROM specifically. By tapping and holding on it, you can rename it if you'd like, although I would recommend that you keep it to its original name so that you can get the box art, as well as you can choose custom artwork if you'd like that you've downloaded from the internet, and you can use your last photo taken, choose from your photo library if it is in there, and if not, make sure to download one from the internet, as well as you can restore the original artwork if you'd like. Finally, if you'd like to delete a game, simply hit delete and it will delete all the saves that you have for that game along with the ROM. And if you ever want to import a game and there's a conflict, simply hit manage conflicts. With all that, that is Provenance on your iOS device, which is pretty awesome. And I will be discussing its non-jailbroken release date very soon. However, first let's take a look at the new Provenance for tvOS. tvOS is the new software for the new Apple TV that will be coming out soon. However, there were some lucky people that were able to get their hands on the new Apple TV through the developer program, and one of those people was James Addyman, and he was able to develop Provenance for the new Apple TV. As you can see, it's very similar to Provenance on an iOS device, and you can play with the Apple TV remote. However, I was told that it's a bit complicated to do so, and they recommended actually getting a made for Apple TV control to play Provenance with, which I would have ended up doing either way. This is pretty awesome if you ask me, being able to play your favorite classic consoles on your new Apple TV. That is just amazing. I cannot wait for the new Apple TV to come out, and I'll definitely be installing Provenance on it as soon as it's released, and of course I'll have a tutorial on that. But let me know your thoughts about Provenance on an Apple TV. If this is the first time you're hearing of it, how good do you think it'll be, and what do you expect of it in the future? With all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video on Provenance and its amazing features, and I hope you all are excited for the non-jailbroken release of this new updated Provenance tomorrow on October 18th at 5 p.m. EST. That is when Provenance will be coming out for non-jailbroken devices. I'll have a tutorial on my channel exactly at that time as well, so you can learn how to get it on there, and of course get ROMs without a jailbreak or a computer. With all that being said, thanks again for watching. Leave a like if you're excited for that release of the non-jailbroken Provenance and Provenance for tvOS. And if you're new, make sure to click that subscribe button, because I make awesome videos and tutorials like this one every week. Anyways, I'll catch you all in the next video.